Hello, welcome back. We are in our read through of the 1800s King James Pictorial Bible. We are finishing the book of Ruth today. We are in chapter 4, so please, if you have a Bible, grab it, read along with me. If not, that's okay. In the first 3 chapters of Ruth, we've been introduced to a woman named Ruth, who is a Moabite. She is not an Israelite by birth. She marries into an Israelite family. Some Israelites leave because of a famine, and they take daughters for their sons. It's a husband and wife. They have 2 sons. They get wives for their sons from Moab, which technically they're not supposed to do, but they do that. And in the course of time, the father and the 2 sons all die, which leaves this woman, Naomi, who is an Israelite woman, alone in the world with just 2 daughters-in-law who are not her own people. They are Moabites, and she tries to release them and say, go stay with your people, find new husbands for yourselves so that you can have security. I can't offer you anything, so you should leave me. And one of the daughters-in-law leaves, but Ruth stays with her, stays true and faithful to her mother-in-law, and moves back with her to Israel. Even though it would have been much easier to just stay in Moab, she says, your God will be my God. Where you go, I go. So Ruth shows great faith and great commitment to the one true God by this very selfless act. And we have seen her go back to Israel and be part of the poorest level of society, where she has to go and glean in the field, which means she picks up the leftovers after they're harvesting their crop. She's picking up the crumbs, and that's what she and Naomi are eating off of. And this man named Boaz, who is a very wealthy man, an older wealthy man, has taken pity on them and has been very kind to them. And now she has made a very bold move to basically propose marriage to him. And he has been very gracious and showed kindness and said, absolutely, if the closer kinsman redeemer does not redeem you, I will redeem you. So let's find out how the story concludes in Ruth chapter 4. Then went Boaz up to the gate, and sat him down there, and behold, the kinsman of whom Boaz spake came by, unto whom he said, Ho, such a one, turn aside, sit down here. And he turned aside and sat down. And he took 10 men of the elders of the city, and said, Sit ye down here. And they sat down. And he said unto the kinsman, Naomi, that is come again out of the country of Moab, selleth a parcel of land, which was our brother Elimelech's. And I thought to advertise thee, saying, Buy it before the inhabitants, and before the elders of my people. If thou wilt redeem it, redeem it. But if thou wilt not redeem it, then tell me, that I may know, for there is none to redeem it besides thee, and I am after thee. And he said, I will redeem it. Then said Boaz, What day thou buyest the field of the hand of Naomi, thou must buy it also of Ruth the Moabitess, the wife of the dead, to raise up the name of the dead upon his inheritance. And the kinsman said, I cannot redeem it for myself, lest I mar mine own inheritance. Redeem thou my right to thyself, for I cannot redeem it. Now this was the manner in former time in Israel concerning redeeming and concerning changing. For to confirm all things, a man plucked off his shoe and gave it to his neighbor, and this was a testimony in Israel. Therefore the kinsman said unto Boaz, Buy it for thee. So he drew off his shoe. And Boaz said unto the elders and unto all the people, Ye are witnesses this day that I have bought all that was Elimelech's, and all that was Chilion's and Mahlon's, of the hand of Naomi. Moreover, Ruth the Moabitess, the wife of Mahlon, have I purchased to be my wife, to raise up the name of the dead upon his inheritance, that the name of the dead not be cut off from among his brethren, and from the gate of his place. Ye are witnesses this day. And all the people that were in the gate and the elders said, We are witnesses. The Lord make the woman that is come into thine house like Rachel and like Leah, which 2 did build the house of Israel, and do thou worthily in Ephraim and Ephrathah, and be famous in Bethlehem. And let thine house be like the house of Pharez, whom Tamar bore unto Judah, of the seed which the Lord shall give thee of this young woman. So Boaz took Ruth, and she was his wife. And when he went in unto her, the Lord gave her conception, and she bare a son. And And the women said unto Naomi, Blessed be the Lord, which hath not left thee this day without a kinsman, that his name may be famous in Israel. And he shall be unto thee a restorer of thy life, and a nourisher of thine old age. For thy daughter-in-law, which loveth thee, which is better to thee than 7 sons, hath borne him. And Naomi took the child, and laid it on her bosom, and became nurse unto it. And the women, her neighbors, gave it a name, saying, There is a son born to Naomi, and they called his name Obed. He is the father of Jesse, the father of David. Now these are the generations of Pharez. Pharez begat Hezron, and Hezron begat Ram, and Ram begat Aminadab, and Aminadab begat Nasham, and Nasham begat Salmon, and Salmon begat Boaz, and Boaz begat Obed, and Obed begat Jesse, and Jesse begat David. Ruth is the great-great-grandmother of King David, the man who is going to come in and change everything for Israel. God used this woman from another country who is not Israelite born to be part of the line of their greatest king, quote unquote. And then further on, the truly greatest king, Jesus Christ. I love this story. It seems like such a small story to our modern ears. Wow, this was a lot of words about a widow being taken care of under old ceremonial law. But it is, in fact, a showing of how, even in the midst of what was a dark time, we know this, we just read the book of Judges, it was filled with proclamations of God saying, these people are not doing what I told them to do. Everyone's doing what they think is right. And yet there's this tiny, quiet story of a woman who is not even an Israelite, who shouldn't know, who doesn't have the law, who wasn't exposed to the law growing up, but she knows what the right thing to do is, and she does it. And she honors God so much in that simple act of selflessness, of committing her way to her mother-in-law's way, that he blesses her so abundantly that she gets to be in the lineage of the Most High God. She gets to be a part of Jesus' story because she did the right thing, because she honored the Lord, she honored her oath, she honored this woman who was her family. And it is such a beautiful story. It is small, it is short, and incredibly powerful. And not to undersell Boaz's part in that. He was such a good man to her. He did not have to do what he did. Lots of men were doing what was right in their own eyes. He could have been chasing after. He was clearly a wealthy man. He could have taken a, Israelite woman for a wife. He could have taken, somebody he deemed better or higher value, whatever. But he didn't. It's really nice. It's honestly so refreshing to have Ruth right after Judges. You're hearing all these stories of people just doing the wrong thing for the wrong reasons, or doing the right thing for the wrong reasons. But here you have this small story of people doing the right thing to honor the Lord. And that faithfulness that he loves, that he desires, that he wants. And if you're in a place where you feel like things are really hard and you feel like you're not seen, even though you're doing something that's incredibly selfless, God absolutely sees it. And you have no idea. Ruth didn't know that her great-great-grandson was going to end up being crowned king of Israel. There's no way she knew that. But God did. God knows your story. And the things you do in the right heart towards him, he sees and he understands and he loves. Lord willing, we'll be back to start Samuel tomorrow. Pray that the Lord bless you and keep you. Make his face shine upon you. and give you peace.